Hello fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to the Carbon65 channel. Today we're going to go over some of the mods and upgrades I've done to the car from front to back and interior. But before we get started, let's do a cold start. Hello fellow YouTubers, welcome back to the Carbon65 channel. Want to continue the upgrades and modifications I've done on my 2018 C7 Z06 Carbon65 edition 3LZ, whole mouthful, and Z07 package, can't forget that part. So let's start out with the front of the car here. So as you can see with the Carbon65 package, you got a lot of carbon fiber, and part of it was in the lip here. So that was one of the things you got that. I then added the stage 3 winglets here to blend in. As you can see, as you look down in there, it doesn't match up, but it's all carbon fiber. I think I got that from EOS Extreme Online. I also bought the wheel flares in carbon fiber as well. Added those to go along with the set. As you can see, the carbon ceramic brakes came with the car. I did change the brake pads to the Hawk Performance for ceramic brakes because of the Brembos are nice, but sometimes if they don't heat up, they squeal like a pig. It used to drive me nuts. So I did change those out as well, which seems to definitely help. As far as the, my old 2014 C7, you used to get a lot of brake dust. This with the carbon ceramics, you really don't get that. You can get a little bit, but it's really next to nothing. I also changed the lug nuts to try to match the Tacoma blue for the calipers, just to kind of pop off. It was before in chrome. That was bad. I didn't like that. Added the extended flares too for the mud flaps to come down. Now what I haven't done is change these badges to the carbon fiber. I thought about it, but these are kind of a pain in the butt. I know on this side, this fender, the other side's real easy for the most part, but I haven't changed those out yet. And then you can see you get the full extended carbon fiber side panels on here, along with the Carbon65 badging. I also changed out the duct for carbon fiber instead of the carbon flash. So as you can see, if you look at that top corner right there, I didn't push it down all the way, so that's where it stayed because it's stuck and it hasn't moved since. The mirrors, carbon flash as well. Could get the caps for those, but haven't done that. The silhouettes all the way up is painted with the carbon fiber hood. Roof panel coming down. I did add the little door handles here. These are kind of nice. Let me open this up. There we go. So you can see how that fits in there. These were like 35 bucks, I think. It just broke up with all the ceramics gray that's in here. It really broke it up, and I kind of like that. The door sills, they come with the Carbon65 logo. If I get the, there we go. So you can see it better. I did put on the X-Bell. Just over the top of it to protect it, because in these cars, as people drag their feet in and out, it gets scratched up quite a bit. So I put the X-Bell on there as well, just to protect it. So you can probably see part of that right on the edge. It's like right here, you can see as it comes around, but that does help. Now that we're in here with the blue stitching on the door, I did add the carbon fiber bits for the handle and for around the window. Along with the bottom part here to peel on, and added the speaker covers as well. I like that a lot better than the flat black that comes with it. So those were changes that I've done as well. I'll shut that guy. Rear brake, same thing. These are custom rims that came with the car. They made these just different. Once again, is a little bit different from the standard. The tires too, I changed. the Continentals. These are the Extreme Sports. I found a really good deal on these because they were going out. So I bought these, and on the front I got the Extreme O2s, a little bit newer model. I got those on a good deal, so it saved me probably about $500 or more than buying all the brand new all the way around from typically like Discount Tires where I go. So that was a nice little savings. The duct up here too, that's part of the Carbon65 package. Comes all in carbon fiber. A lot of the stuff you'll see went right to the ZR1 for the 1 year for 2019. This is an 18. So a lot of these things were incorporated right into it. Also, I added the rear splash ones, guards on there, the XLs, and the extended back fenders here that goes around to protect it. The LEDs also I changed out, so those are fully lit. The stock ones, I did that in the back and the front. So here I'll show you. Let me grab the key and watch this. Should light up. No, she doesn't light up. Well, if I start it, she will. Oh, no, she won't. Okay, never mind that. It'll show you on the back. The backs will do it. So you can see there. Let me turn this off now. There we go. So you can see it was a solid line all the way across. So those are nicer at night. The fronts do the same, but those are amber. These are red in the back. Also part of the Carbon65 package. It was a $15,000 package when you got that for the car. The back spoiler, which is a stage 3 with the wicker bill there. It's a solid carbon fiber piece all the way around. So that was really nice. I added the little sticker like you don't know it's a Z06. And also the supercharged, I added that. Guy in Canada sells those. But that's a solid piece. And then while we're back here, as you can see, the Aventador lights I added. I like those a lot better with the smoked out. With the turn signals that go across instead of just a solid way. You can also plug them in and have them solid. Another thing I added down here from EOS is the diffusers. So these are carbon fiber as well. Very nice. That was a must. I needed something to break up these back ends. They really should have done something more with them. I added the blackout lights for the reflectors too, so those are smoked. License plate, obviously added that. That's not real carbon fiber. That's just look-alike, but still much better. And then right there is a crown jewel. The diamond black tips for the AWE touring exhaust. If you ever see these that are usually in chrome, the two outside ones are the ones that always get black, where the insides are still chrome if they don't clean them. This way, when you're cleaning, they shine, they're nice. If they get dirty, which you can see a little bit in there, though I did just recently wipe them down, it doesn't show up near as bad. So once again, with the carbon fiber there on the diffusers, those are pretty nice. Like I said, more for looks than anything else. You might get some more downforce or airflow better, but yeah, that's not why I got them. I got them because they look nice. So once again, the extendeds. Trying to think what else on here I might have done. I think on the outside, that's pretty much it. So let me go underneath the hood before we get on the inside. We'll take a quick look at that. There she is. Alright. Of course, oh, I almost forgot. Also from EOS, I added the carbon fiber hood scoop to go with the Stinger. It's also in carbon fiber. So it, once again, doesn't match on the pattern, but still looks much better than the carbon flash. I tried to get rid of most of the carbon flash that I could. There's still a few more things. Alright, so underneath here I just cleaned up, so the underneath of the hood looks a little bit better now than what it did the other day. I'll show a few extra pictures as I go through this. I cleaned the cold air intake. I have a Solar Performance throttle body. It's still an 87 millimeter, but that really makes a big difference for when you first take off. Like I said, the Holley cold air intake system has been added. And I have some pictures of the inside of the Solar Performance. I'll add those into the video. going to the other side. So there's the other part of the cold air intake. So I cleaned that up a little bit just to dress it up a little bit, make it look a little nicer. Other than that, I just changed plugs, which you're not going to see those, but they're down in there, and what a pain in the butt. But I now have the NKG Iridium plugs in there. Everything else is pretty much stock underneath here, so for the most part I haven't done too much more. Last things I want to do really is add the flex fuel on the other side, obviously, is where that goes, and you got to wire it up down in the panel down here on the passenger side. I'd like to also, on the interior, the roofing carries the diamond stitched with the blue stitching on it. Very nice. Alcantara basically over everything, through the pillars, all the way down, around on the dash. Goes pretty much everywhere, up, down, around the whole thing in the back. So it's all the way there, of course, throughout the doors. Even on the other side for climate control, we have that down there. Added a little bit of carbon fiber bits on this side. Once again, that's for the grab handle. You can still see the stitching. So basically everything in there. I added the little start stop switch. Made it red because I didn't want to blend it in too much so it sticks out a little bit more. More that I added here is the paddle, shift paddles was also done in carbon fiber. They add on the steering wheel, added the bezel in there to try to blend in with the carbon fiber handle on the top. And here we go. This is what I was talking about with the Alcantara that I don't always like. You can see the thumbprints in here where you hold the handles. They wear out. So it's nice. It feels soft on the hands, but honestly, you touch it all the time and it gets dirty, it gets worn out. And the only way to fix that is, like I said, people said try baby wipes. There's some cleaner and stuff that you can use, and a nice soft brush to try to bring that back to life, so to speak, a little bit. But not a big deal, but still, once again, I might go back to like what I did on my other C7 and do a leather handle on there and bought a custom one. So other than that, most everything else is what you see as stock. Now let me get down in here. As you can see on the Carbon65, there were 650 made. This one's number 406. This one came out of Canada. So let me do this. I'm going to start this back up. So you can see down here, it goes to 360 because that's in kilometers, whatever, not miles per hour. But this one came out of Ontario. Let me turn that off. I don't want to go through. Sorry, with the sound, I don't want to, that's going to make that tougher to hear. But this one came out of Ontario. But like I said, 650 of these were made. They were all badged that way. 500 stayed in the US, 150 went out and about. Canada, where this one came from, got 49. And out of those 49, quite a few were Grand Sports. So in theory, this is one of a 15 or 20 or somewhere in there for Carbon65s out of Canada. So anyways, that's basically the interior, the little upgrades I did. I think in the trunk was the only thing. I'm looking at this, the LED lights I added in the back in the trunk to make those brighter. But other than that, the weather